Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Halo guys, kita udah sampai di Dubes Kolombia. Nah, kita langsung masuk aja, oke? See you di dalam. Bye.
Hello everyone, today we are in the Embassy of Colombia in Indonesia, and we're here to know more about the bilateral diplomacy between Colombia and Indonesia. First of all, we'd like to express our biggest gratitude for the opportunity to do this interview with the both of you guys. It's such an honor to be here, and for all the preparation that you guys did for us, we are very thankful for it. Would you like to introduce yourself first?
Sure. Let's start with Ana Maria.
My name is Ana Rosa. I'm interning right now at the embassy. I've been interning here for almost 5 months now, and yeah.
That's it. All right. Hi, my name is Nicolas Montoya. I'm the cultural attaché at the Embassy of Colombia in Indonesia. I've been here for 11 years now. Very happy to live in Jakarta, so that's why I'm staying longer and longer every time.
Okay, so today we're going to discuss about the topic of economic, social, cultural, and politic law and security defense. Well, why don't we start with the economic aspects first? So, do Indonesia and Colombia have economic cooperation? If so, what form does it take? If not, what is the reason for the lack of cooperation? And is there any plan to cooperate economically?
Sure. So let's test Ana Maria on this, see what she says.
Yeah, so right now there are some agreements between the two countries in the terms of the economic aspect. One is a technical and economic cooperation agreement. Other are more like a financial one between the Exim Bank in Indonesia and the same entity but in Colombia, to help the corporations grow and to help them financially. And there's another agreement that it's focused on the Chamber of Commerce of both countries, to help companies that want to maybe trade between the two countries or want to visit Colombia or visit Indonesia, to help them with information. So the agreements are more to help and to provide information in the economical aspects.
What are the obstacles faced by both countries when promoting their cultures in their host countries?
The biggest obstacles that we have, not only for culture but for trade and for everything else, is that we are very far apart. We are 20,000 kilometers away from each other. So in terms of culture, that distance will also affect your budget, right? Because if you want to bring somebody, or if you want to bring an exhibition from Colombia to Indonesia, transportation cost is going to be much higher. So it's not the same. If I want to do an event with 7 people in Peru, for example, the flight tickets for 7 people from Colombia to Peru, it's going to be let's say $1,400, all of them, like $200 each. Yes. Whereas if I want to bring one person to Indonesia and then send it back to Colombia, it's going to be around $2,000 only for one person. So that's one of our biggest obstacles, because having that in mind, we don't have enough budget to bring big groups of people. Like if we want to we cannot bring an orchestra, for example, from Colombia all the way to Indonesia. So that's why what we try to do when we do concerts is bring small groups, maybe solo artists, and we can find supporting artists here in Indonesia. Or when we do exhibitions, we try to work together with other Colombian embassies in different countries, so we can move that exhibition around and we can all share the cost of transportation. And yeah, I guess distance is the most difficult thing.
Okay. So the obstacles is most likely budget and distance.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
What sort of political cooperation does Colombia and Indonesia have, and is the cooperation still running until now?
Yeah, there are also some agreements in that area. There are mostly agreements, for example, in visas, passports, also in health cooperation, political consultation for the two countries. So when any of the countries need information or in any of those aspects or cooperation, they can ask for it. Yeah, mostly in those aspects there are some agreements that have been made. Also, there's like the possibility that if in any of those aspects any of the country wants to make like official visits, like with the presidents, or they want to meet up, like that's an option.
What about the military sector? What sort of military cooperation does Colombia and Indonesia have?
Last year, for the first time, we had the participation of one of the Colombian military industry factories coming here to Indonesia for the Indonesian, what was the name for that? Indo Defense Expo last year. Yeah, Indo Defense. So this Colombian company, which is one of the biggest one that we have producing guns and explosives and explosives both for mining and for military purposes, they came to Indonesia and we signed an MOU with an Indonesian company that also produces military equipment, and they're hoping to sign another one soon with another company. So that's what we're focusing right now in terms of military cooperation, more in the trading, as Ana Maria was saying, and not in like joint efforts of our military itself.
To conclude all the questions we've asked, as far as bilateral relations are established between Indonesia and Colombia, which cooperation had a major impact on both countries?
The thing is that we have done, as we were discussing for the past 15 minutes, we have done several things in the past 11 years that the embassy has been reopened, and all the efforts that we've done in different aspects, in bilateral aspects, in culture, in trade, in money laundering, in war against drugs, it all has had some impact in our relationship and in what we are trying to aim with each of those agreements. I cannot say that one has been better than the other one. I think everything is going and taking its course, and we're our big goal is just to increase our relationship with Indonesia, right?
Oh, yeah.
And all of those small efforts that we do in each sector are trying to do that, working in that we are closer and more stronger partners, and that in the future we can keep increasing that cooperation. So I don't think anything has been more impactful than anything else. Everything has been very good so far, and we're very grateful that it has been that way. And we're also working on future cooperation. We're right now working on trying to get the admissibility process for Colombian beef, to bring beef from Colombia to Indonesia. We are working on doing the admissibility for also some fresh produce like blueberries and some types of coffee, and Indonesia is also working on doing their part back in Colombia, right? So everything has been very, very fruitful, I think.
That's all for our interview today. Once again, we would like to thank both of you guys and the Colombian embassy for welcoming us with such grand welcome. We are very grateful for it.
Nah,
Itu dia guys, interview kita sama dua orang dari embassy-nya Colombia. Mereka bener-bener baik banget, sumpah. Kita sangat apresiasi. Kita disediain lighting, disediain kamera, mikrofon, disediain dari dia. Gila. Air putih ya, betul.
air putih enak banget. Air putih Kolombia beda. Air putih Kolombia. Pokoknya hospitality-nya the best. Pokoknya mantep lah. Viva Kolombia.